Well, folks, welcome back to another video. Sorry I'm a little somber. Obviously there's some bad things going on in the old LOJO ranch right now, specifically the backyard pond. Before we dive into this video, I do want to kind of kick it back to a couple months ago, because I think this is all related to the same issue that we're having in this backyard pond. But obviously fish are dying. That's the main theme of this, and I'm gonna need some help. Like, I'm gonna need some advice. I'm gonna need some ideas on what I could do to maybe prevent this happening in the future. But let's start from the beginning, okay? So Badge and myself, for the last, what, 8 months since I moved here, 10 months, yeah. I don't know. Since I've moved here, we have been on a pond stocking mission, because when we bought this property, I'm pretty sure there was less than 10 largemouth bass in that pond. There may have only been like 5. Yeah. I mean, honestly, right? We would come out here for hours and not get a bite. So we were pretty sure there was not a lot of bass in here. Well, here's the thing. I'm a huge bass angler. So is Badge. That's what this channel is built on, is bass fishing. So we obviously wanted to improve the quality of bass fishing. And in the state of Alabama, it's legal to take bass from public water and move them to private water. So that was kind of our strategy. We went out to the rivers, we went out to lakes, we went out to big ponds, anything that was public. If we would catch a good fish, like anything over 3, we'd bring it back to the backyard pond. You guys have been witnessing this for months. We've been tagging some of them and keeping track of weight and length and all that good stuff. So the first dead bass we found was back, it was cold, it was winter time, right? Or yeah. it was kind of cold. So it was a few months ago. And it was, let's just be conservative and say it was a 4+ pound bass, but it looked like a 5 or more. It was a very good sized bass. It was really shocking to see it just floating in the pond, because I knew that it was one that we had relocated at some point. If you guys missed that video, here's some clips of that whole thing. Oh my God, dude. What? There's a freaking giant dead bass over here. Yes, I'm not kidding. Delta was just trying to eat it. Oh my gosh. No, no, no. Freak! Guys, we just found a freaking big old dead bass. Look how big that thing is, dude.
Oh my gosh.
Oh my golly.
Something's
That's like
eating the stomach of it.
It's like a 5 freaking pounder, bro. God, look at that freaking thing, dude. I'm trying to get it over here. Why has this happened? Oh, dude, no.
Oh my gosh.
Freak. Bro, this is a biggin.
Dude, I was scared that was the one I brought you not long ago, but mine had a messed up tail.
That's like a 5 or a 6 pound. Well, it's at least a 5. What the freak, man? Dude, what in the actual freak is going on right now?
It looks so healthy, dude.
I know. That's what I'm like. Obviously, it's bloated, like you said.
Right.
Because I was like, this is a good sized fish, but he's bloated. But he doesn't like look unhealthy or anything. This is like a 5 pounder,
and
bro.
it's not new to the pond either. That's been here. It's adjusted.
Freak, man. I'm trying to like look at its throat to see if it had like been gut hooked or something.
Dude, what if somebody out here?
That's what I'm saying.
Good.
How do you figure out how a fish died just by looking at it? I mean, you'd be able to tell, right? Like if it, I don't know, man, I don't see a hook in there or anything. Do you see anything?
I can't.
Have we broken off on a fish before? We've broken off on some catfish before. Have we broken off on like a bass before? Dude, what the freak?
Dude.
We can't even catch bass in the pond, but they're dying. Like these big bass are freaking dying.
And there's tons of brim. I don't know,
There's
dude.
tons of bait. There's no way that bass starved to death. And he was so big and healthy. I'm like literally like at a loss right now. I have no idea what the hell's going on. So that happened. We were distraught. We were like, okay, wow. You know, we chalked it up to, okay, maybe that fish just got really stressed out when it was being relocated. And some fish, as you guys probably know, some bass, especially bigger bass, once they get stressed out, they might not eat ever again. They may just sit there in the pond and starve to death for 2 weeks or however long it takes a bass to starve to death, and then they just float up to the top. So we thought that's what happened with that one. We were pretty sure it wasn't gut hooked. We were pretty sure it died of natural causes. So fast forward a couple months. This is actually just a couple days ago as you guys are watching this video. Me and Badge had converted my dock into a boat and went fishing on it in the backyard pond. Before we even converted the dock into the boat, we found one. We found another dead bass. Now it was smaller, it wasn't big, it was probably like a 2 pound bass, and it was basically cut in half. So the living organisms in this pond had been eating it, you know, turtles or whatever. So we found that bass. Now that bass had obviously been dead for weeks because it was just falling apart. So once again, I was like, okay, that's not great, but maybe it was gut hooked or something. Me and Badge have broken off on fish out here before. It's very likely that fish could have been gut hooked and just died. No big deal. We continue on with our fishing video. We're cruising around the pond. We're catching fish left and right. The pond is performing beautifully. You can actually catch bass in this pond now, which is awesome because you used to not be able to. And all of a sudden, we see something floating over there on one edge of the grass, and it looks big. All right, kids, we have to go look at this dead bass because I am heartbroken over here. Where's that spider at, Paris? Where is he? Oh, it's a huge spider, man. It's freaking huge. Will you grab this dead bass, buddy, so we can examine it? Oh, God, that's a good size one, man. That's...
Go back. That's a big one.
Is it really? Like big, really? Oh my God, that is a big one. Oh! No! It's a freaking monster, man. It's one of the freaking 6s, probably. Oh my gosh, dude. Look, that's a freaking mondo.
It's not tiny, buddy.
No! Dude, that's like a 7-pounder.
That's the biggest fish we had.
That's a freaking 7-pound dead bass right there. Look, okay, y'all think we're kidding here. Look, here's my foot. That's 12 inches. That's a 24+ inch fish, okay?
Did we put one in that big?
I don't even know.
That could have been...
That's the biggest fish of the pond. That could just be old age, honestly. That's a big fish.
It's huge.
My hand, guys. I'm trying to give you guys some scale here. I've got a big hand, and I'm not even touching from like fin to fin. Oh gosh, here's a pack of Guggen baits. Give it some more scale here. That's the mondo worm. That's the big pack. Oh God, that is a freaking travesty. That is just...
His face is huge, man.
Yeah, the head and the face. I don't know if it's just swollen because it's dead.
Should we cut it open and see if it swallowed something big?
Oh God, I don't have a knife.
I have one, but I don't want to do it.
No, I don't want to do that either. It's big enough where it could have been old age anyways.
Yeah.
Could have just been general stress. Like, we could have hooked it at some point out here. We've lost a lot of fish out here. We could have hooked it or something and it just got stressed, or it swallowed a hook. We don't know. I will look at its gullet real quick though. Oh yes, give me that gas.
That is, wow.
Now, let's unhook this ginormous guy. Dad, you did a good job of hooking it, buddy.
Thank you.
Oh God, it's such a, look at that, dude. That's, oh gosh. Badge. My guy Badge is not used to that death smell. Get on the front for me, would you? Let me wash my hand off. Yeah, so that was an absolute like tank. I mean, it was huge. By far the biggest fish we've ever seen in this pond. I'm not even sure if me and Badge stocked that one. It was so big. To me, it seems like maybe it was one that had been in this pond forever, and maybe it just died of old age. But here's the problem here, all right? Before we show you guys, because we actually went back down there this morning and gave him a final send-off, that dead bass. But here's the thing. Now it has become a pattern, I think. Like now we've moved beyond just like the random bass dying of old age. Now it seems like we might have a bigger problem on our hands. We've been finding fish with, you know, a couple like little rashes on them. We thought maybe that was just from spawning, but now we got fish dying left and right, big bass especially. It's really making me think that maybe we've got some problems going on in this pond. Maybe we've got like water level issues or pH balance issues. Maybe we have an ick problem, and ick is just kind of like a growth or an organism that gets in a pond and it can kill all your fish. Maybe it's an oxygen level problem. I don't think it's a lack of bait, but here's the thing. I need you guys' help, okay? I need your help. In fact, before we ask for help, let me just show you guys the final send-off of this giant dead bass that we found. Yeah. What's crazy is how decomposed it is today compared to yesterday. Oh my God, his jaw's falling apart. No. We'll have to chuck him, dude. Oh.
Fun.
Badge. You're so cute. All right, buddy. Well, to say I'm depressed right now is an understatement of the century. Because that was most certainly the biggest bass in this pond. Whether it was one that we stocked or one that was here before, it doesn't even matter. It's clearly the biggest fish that we've seen in here. What the hell, man? If it was fresher, I would have considered cutting it open, a little autopsy.
It was already.
Yeah, I know, there's no more autopsy to be done. It was so much fuller yesterday. That just shows you how quick decomposition happens in nature. I mean, there's so many fish and turtles and animals in this lake that are eating it now that it's dead.
Yeah.
Yesterday it was completely, it looked like it, you know, is a completely full-formed bass. Today it's freaking zombie apocalypse over here.
But like one of those whales that blew up on the beach.
Right, yeah. I bet you that smelled like 10 times worse though.
Yeah.
A whale.
Oh gosh.
But that's a freshwater whale, and we lost her. Okay, so I need your help. Need you guys to get in this comment section, especially people who have any experience with pond management, lake management, or if you just think you've seen something like this or heard of something like this before. I need advice on what to do. Now here's the thing, me and Badge already have plans to do a lot of this stuff. Like, you know, we have plans to increase the water oxygen levels. We have plans on increasing the bait population really soon. So we've already got some things in the works, but besides that, what do we need to do? Do we need to call the state and get an official out here, like somebody who can test the water, you know, and see if there's like a chemical imbalance? Do we need to take some bass out? Are there too many bass in here now? Do we need to go ahead and like just wipe out the catfish out of here because they're eating too much bait? I'm at a loss right now. And when you're seeing dead bass this big floating around in your pond, you're gonna get concerned. And I am freaking concerned right now. So I need you to flood the comment section. Let me know what you think. Give me any and all advice that you could possibly think of. Gosh, I don't know what else. You got anything to add, man? You haven't really said a word in this video. How are you feeling with all this? Because you've experienced all this with me. So what is your take on it?
I don't really know, man. It's scary. It's
It
scary. That's really what I think is just scary. We put so much work into it, and I don't want us to lose everything we've built.
Exactly, and that's where like the whole, you know, like is the pH balance messed up? Is the oxygen level just too low for the amount of fish that we have in here? Like those are scary things because that could, if I find another dead bass, I don't know what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna have to shut everything down. Like no more fishing.
Yeah.
Like, you know, we got to get an expert out here quickly. Might do that anyways, but whew. Yeah, crazy stuff going on out here. I mean, by all accounts, other than the dead bass floating, the pond's been performing great.
Yeah.
I've been catching fish. Pierce was out here catching fish the other day. You were catching fish. I mean, now we haven't caught any of the big ones yet, really, lately. But we've been catching a bunch of 2-pounders, you know, little healthy 2-pounders that are aggressive and eating. But these big ones just are not, they don't seem to be doing well. So need some advice. Please let me know what you think. Sorry for the morbid video, guys, but you know, we kind of feel like we need to document every single thing that happens out here on this ranch and this pond because there's so many of you guys that are interested in it. So smash the thumbs up button. RIP for the homie. It wasn't even a tagged fish or anything, so we didn't like have a name for it or anything.
No.
So damn, that's a shame. Yeah, make sure you're subscribing, guys. Remember, 1 million subscribers this year. We're shaving the beard. I don't really feel like being too celebratory right now, so I'm not even really worried about it. But yeah, that's pretty much it, guys. Let me know what to do, and I will take your advice. At least some of your advice, I promise, because I gotta do something about this. Love you guys. Thank you for watching as always. We're gonna fix this, don't worry. Peace out.